of FPPad, as with any technology, the relationships and the integrations of solution providers is really important on advisor adoption. So I met with two of the key sponsors here at the Laser App conference to learn about their takeaways of their solutions for the Laser App users. Kevin, thank you so much for giving a great session here at the Laser App Financial Services Conference.
My pleasure. It's been a great time out here this year.
So you really captivated the audience with great takeaways from your session. What was that one key takeaway that you emphasized for them?
I think probably at the moment where I made a clear point that I truly believe that the industry has underserved in its ability to deliver quality financial plans to investors. I think that hit a note with a lot of folks because I think a lot of firms agree with that. And I think a lot of firms are really trying to change that right now.
Is there some characteristic that you notice with the advisors that are using Laser App software on their implementation and use of MoneyGuidePro?
We don't really have a lot of personal data in MoneyGuide, so we actually partner with Laser App incredibly well, but we never went down the road to create a technical integration. And that was mostly out of a need to be forthright with advisors and not confuse them and say, hey, we have this integration here, but it doesn't really do a whole lot. I just don't have enough data to give them. So for us, we wanted to make sure when it came to working really well with Laser App that we partner well with the systems they integrate with. And that was kind of always our strategy. The actual real technical integration between our systems doesn't exist. We talk about it often, and we always both seem to come to the same conclusion that there's just not enough data to actually pass between our systems. So what we do is we make sure that if they partner really tight with a CRM, we're also partnering very tight with that CRM. And if they add new systems to their platform, we want to be partnering with them as well.
Is there a trend that you notice among enterprise customers and your enterprise relationships with respect to financial planning? What are you discovering that's happening in the last couple of months?
Excellent question. I would say the biggest trend that I'm seeing right now is that need to be able to scale planning. Right now they're getting to the point where the plans are becoming a lot more meaningful. Advisors are really understanding where to really focus on and truly understanding that client relationship. But to be able to multiply that exponentially, that's a difficult thing to do. Right? That's a very difficult thing to do. So they want to figure out how can we be actually delivering this level of experience to every customer that walks through the door, or even better, how can we deliver this to prospects? And so that's a challenge that everybody's trying to work on, and that's ultimately become our focus out at MoneyGuide.
Aaron, you gave a terrific session here at the Laser App Financial Services Conference. What was that key takeaway that you wanted to make sure that you communicated to the audience here?
So we're seeing a little bit of a shift in our industry right now, and it's kind of driven by robos.
Oh, sure.
I don't think robos are going to overtake the market, but I think they're changing the way clients think and behave. They're expecting a little bit more from their advisors. They're expecting technology through that whole experience. And if advisors don't change and make sure they're offering the right things, they will lose business, not necessarily to robos, but to other advisors who are giving that type of service that's now expected.
Now, one of those features or products that you introduced in your slide deck was a feature called Command. Right. Can you tell me about the evolution of Command? Where did it form? Why did you see the need to create Command? Tell me a little bit more about that.
Right, so Command sits on top of the advisor, and it allows an OSJ, a home office, anybody leading a group where basically they're on top of several advisor instances where they can interact with that. And it actually came from the advisor side up. So advisors wanted a way when they're working in a group or in a home office or spanning across any grouping where they could get things like unified data. So can't we have all of the files in one place as opposed to each advisor being responsible for these global files? Even unifying workflows, audits, a lot of that data. Basically the structure's built to allow any of the data that needs to either flow up to, again, an OSJ or home office, or to flow down into the advisors underneath them.
Now, as you have matured your relationship and connectivity between Grendel and Laser App, what have you noticed about the enterprise users and the advisors who are users of Laser App? How are they with respect to using Grendel?
Obviously, the CRM integration with Laser App is important. We house most of the data that they need, and it's just such an easy, natural flow into LaserApp. You know, the tech's always improving. We're always trying to move with it and stay on top of it, and it's just hand in glove, perfect fit with CRM. So it's really enjoyable to work with it.
Good. It's great to see a good fit for you at Grendel and LaserApp, and also see the opportunity for you to share a great message here at the LaserApp conference.
Absolutely, Bill.